the world, and of course people do even weirder things than you could have imagined, and it starts breaking because you didn't sort of put something in there saying, well, if this person does this odd thing, I know what to do. And after about 15 or 20 years, you know, the amount of weird things people can do, you've sort of almost covered them all, you know, like there's very few new weird things people are doing. So you have, because the code base is really old, because that COBOL code was written in the 70s and it's now, you know, 40 years later, they have kind of fixed every strange use case, or maybe they found something they can't fix, but they know how to sort of route around it, right? Like there'll be predictable flaws. When I was talking about this, I was reminded of when I have conversations with airline pilots who love flying older planes, because anything that is a quirk of that plane is now well understood. You know, people have been flying them for 20 years, so they love sort of a well-lived-in plane where all the good things and all the bad things are really well understood. And so this is one of the reasons why banks look at all this old code and go, well, we're just going to keep with it.
But why then, Clyde, do they worry so much about the people who created the code getting hit by a bus or dying or retiring? Because they should be able to intuitively, you know, patch it up the way they have for the last 30, 40 years.
The reason why they worry about it is that not a lot of young people are going into COBOL, right? You go to a computer science program today and you're going to be studying a bunch of, you know, some historic languages that are quite old, like C, C++, some slightly newer ones from the, you know, the kind of 90s, like JavaScript and Python, some very new ones, like Rust or Go. There is almost nowhere in North America where you'll be asked or even offered to take a COBOL course. So the problem the banks have is that the talent pool for people who can come in and know COBOL is drying up. It's also not enough just to know the way the language works. Like, I mean, I've read the COBOL spec, I've written bits of it, I know how to sort of write COBOL and read it. But what I have no experience doing is sitting down with a database that's managed by COBOL of live financial information with 10 million records and doing something to it and being confident I know what's going on.
Why aren't they training people to do that? You've said that part of the problem is that the young generation doesn't like to be going around fixing things. They'd rather be masters of the universe. You compared it to somebody who knows how to build a house, but they're being asked really to just run around and, you know, tighten leaky faucets.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, banking and insurance and government have all these systems that are A, mission critical,